Now, the golden lampstand is first mentioned in the book of Exodus. And so we want to look at the next set of verses in Exodus 25. This is the first mention of the lampstand, and it shows us the lampstand is in relation to God's building, which is the tabernacle, here in Exodus 25. But consider the picture of the lampstand. Let's read Exodus 25, 31 and 37. Ready, go.
And you shall make a lampstand of pure gold. The lampstand with its base and its shaft shall be made of beaten work. Its cups, its trellises, and its blossom buds shall be of one piece with it. And you shall make its lamps 7, and set up its lamps to give light to the area in front of it.
And if you have a pen, I'd like you to underline 3 key phrases that we'll focus on. First is lampstand of pure gold. Pure gold. And then, in the next line, its base and its shaft shall be made of beaten work. Its base and its shaft shall be made of beaten work. And then in the next verse, make its lamps 7. So, I want to try to, I think, probably in your thought, you have some idea of what the lampstand looks like. It's, there's some rough approximation of it in what, the Jews have with the menorah. It's kind of like that. It's very hard, actually, to find a real, honest-to-goodness replica of the golden lampstand. But there are these three parts that are quite important, right? The first one is let's just say gold. Okay, and I'm going to start to. I'm not going to draw the lampstand, but I have something that will help us. Okay, and then there is the stand, or the base and the shaft and all those things, and then there are the lamps. Okay. Now these 3 here, if you get this, this is really awesome. Each of these correspond to one of the triune God. And the correspondence is this. The Father, the gold is a picture of God the Father with his divine nature. The stand is a representation of the Son, who is the form, the embodiment of God. And then the lamps represent the Spirit, with the shining, the expression. And so let me try to describe it a little bit more. We could say the gold is the element, the stand is the embodiment, and the lamps are what? The expression. Okay. So I used to have a pretty good sized lampstand, actually. And I lugged it around. I found it like at a flea market or something. I treasured it. And I just lugged it around and then one time in one of our recent moves, my wife finally said, "You need to get rid of that thing." Because it just, yeah, it was, I was waiting for a message like today. And alas, it's gone. But I still have, and this is kind of embarrassing. Okay, I have this. It used to be like this, and now it's this. But I know I feel sad, but it's, I want you to kind of see something here. Okay, this is not real gold, but the element, right, of this lampstand is gold. But this gold is shaped. It has a form. It has an embodiment. And furthermore, there are these, you're supposed to put candles or something. It has an expression. There's a light. And in this one piece of divinely inspired and divinely designed furniture, you have the entire picture of the triune God. And this is what we're going to get into with these remaining verses. Do you see this?
Amen.
I hope I can, you probably can't see it in the back now, but we'll, so the remaining sets of verses are actually, we're going to get into the matter of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit in the 7 golden lampstands. And let's read 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 4 all together. Through which
He has granted to us precious and exceedingly great promises, that through these you might become partakers of the divine nature,
Amen.
having escaped the corruption which is in the world by lust.
So the very first thing about these lampstands is that they're gold. They're just gold. And there's a lot of gold. Exodus 25 says that each lampstand was made with 1 talent of gold. And that is equivalent to 100 pounds. This is not even 1 pound, but imagine 100 pounds. And some say the lampstand was actually 13 feet tall. So that's why it's very hard to find a real reference. But 100 pounds, 13 feet tall potentially. This is a massive piece of furniture. But the striking element is it's pure gold. And gold represents the Father's divine nature. When we come to the church,
Amen.
the church should be pure gold. Gold is incorruptible. Everything else in human society, it's very corruptible. Relationships. There's so many things that are full of corruption. But within the church, there should be this incorruptible nature of gold.
Amen.
And this is very practical. When we have to realize that there is gold within us.
Amen.
And as we live, as we serve, as we are in the church, we need to live according to this divine nature. Christina mentioned at the beginning, when we were singing this song, that she doesn't have much gold in her. Actually, you have a lot of gold. I don't know if it's 100 pounds, but we all should have this weightiness, this gold within us. And this will affect everything we do. I remember one time, I have a very vivid memory when I was in college. I was with a bunch of brothers. College, brothers in general, they like to joke around, right? We all like that, and, kind of tease one another. And one time we were just really going at it, just really teasing a brother, and everybody's piling on. And we were laughing. And then this one brother, opened up and said, Ephesians 4:29. And he said it in a real good spirit. To this day, I still remember being convicted. But Ephesians 4:29 says, "Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but only that which is good for building up." And when he said that, we can imagine how we all felt. Right? To this day, I still feel bad. But you see, that's even our speaking. We can speak according to the divine nature. Right? If we speak according to our natural nature, it's just corruption. Corrupt words. We tear down. But in the divine nature, no corrupt words. There's just incorruptibility. And it's pure gold. That means there's only God there. There's no mixture. In the church, there should be no mixture. In the society we live in today, there's a lot of mixture, right? It's easy even for a group of people, even a group of Christians, to have a gathering, but then you have the self involved, you have the world involved, you have the flesh, you have culture, all these things. Just last night, just out of curiosity, I went to the homepage of a prominent church here in LA. And I looked at their website to see what was going on, and this was listed on the website. They have a hip-hop class, an acting class, a fashion show, and a movie night, all going on in the month of April. Now, I don't know what to say. Why not salsa class? I mean, but see, that's their thought of church. a social thing, a community thing, and whatever classes you want, whatever interests you want, we'll provide that. Well, you know, and we respect people's burdens to serve according to the vision. But I hope you would have the vision, brothers and sisters.
Amen.
The vision of the church is pure gold with the divine nature. That's why, as long as we're here, right, there will not be a hip-hop class. Right? Because Manny will say, that is, you know, we care for the divine nature. We're not going to have a fashion show. But if you come here, the one thing we'd like to minister to you is Christ. Amen. We'd like to minister God. Amen. You get the divine nature. Everything else, you know, that's okay. But in terms of the church, all we care about is God. We want this gold added to us.